apparently Spotify, Amazon, and Pandora have been paying artists too much.
Apparently. Fucking
Um,
apparent.
Billboard's reporting that on October 21st, several major streamers filed to the U.S. Copyright Board proposing royalty rates for 2023 to 2027. These royalty rates happen during like cycles. So basically, every couple of years, they get to renegotiate these rates. Um, these upcoming 4 years are known as CRB Phono Records 4, denoting the fourth period of late determination. It follows Phono Records 1 from 2008 to 2012. And that's happened continuously since then. Phono Records 3, that deal represented an increase over the previous two periods, escalating over time, reading from Consequence of Sound, escalating over time and culminating in a royalty rate of 15.1% of the service's revenue in the final year. The specifics are much more complicated, as the article notes, but that's like the headline rate essentially. So, yeah, back then they got it to be 15.1%. So that is the amount that streaming companies kicked back to songwriters, from what my understanding is.
Okay.
For the upcoming Phono Records 4 term, the National Music Publishers Association had sought an increase in the headline rate to 20%. So increasing it from 15.1 to 20%, that'd be a modest increase, and that would tack with the general increase that streaming has had since 2018. So people could work and negotiate that number out, but that's a negotiating number. Amazon, Spotify, and Pandora have responded to that negotiation by lowering the rate to before what it was like in 2018 to 10.5%. Nuts. Because Amazon really running out of money. They're just struggling to figure out.
They're struggling. Their cloud service doesn't do anything, man. Like it's just there, it just exists. It doesn't pump out any money.
Yeah, it doesn't power any parts of the internet. AWS, there's no point to that. Apple Music, on the other hand, is following the leads of the judge from the Phono Records 3 appeal and wants to use a simplified version of whatever rate formulas decides. They're kind of doing like a hands-off approach here, which is interesting. Previously, there has been some... there's always been some talk about Apple being more artist-friendly in these cases. I'm not necessarily sure here, but this is an interesting, just sort of like a, hey, we don't want blood on our hands here necessarily.
Yeah.
But the Digital Media Association defended the lower rates, pointing out that streamers were, quote, seeing billions of dollars invested into catalogs and arguing that an expanding listening base would lead to more revenue that would eventually trickle down. You know that red flag meme?
I kind of get it now-ish.
I mean, it's very simple, related to life. Basically, you're just posting things that like someone says these words or like mentions like this idea to you. And like you're immediately like, oh, red flag, bad idea, bad idea. And the trickle down thing was something that trickle down was editorialized by Ren Graves in the article. To be clear, that's not something that the was like officially said. But like that's essential. If that's essentially the like surmisation of it, like if that's how it goes, where you're getting money from catalogs, and the music industry is changing to where artist catalogs are selling for a lot of money. So, that money will eventually filter down to the rest of you. That's a red flag. That's a problem.
It don't work like that. Doesn't do it.
We're here in the first place because like record labels said, oh, no, we'll make a lot of money and then it will trickle down to you. Like, trickle down is the corporate like C-suite version of, let me hold $1, I got you back next week. Like it's we're holding the bag and you are never going to hold it. Like that is kind of the game there. So we will watch it. We'll see how this goes.